Hi everyone, this is Karpagam sharing this lovely painting of a fisherwoman from the shores of Chennai. Actually, I call them all the queens of the ocean. So these lovely ladies who I befriended, a few of them in Chennai. This painting is of Krishnaveni, one of my close friends there, whom I used to purchase fish and seafood at least twice a week when I was in Chennai. So while I painted this 16 by 20 actually on acrylic, I was missing her a lot. The fun and the laughter we used to have whenever I used to go purchase fish. So wanted to make this video a little bit purposeful, sharing how their life is from morning till dusk, how their life goes. So it's not an easy life. Most of these women deal with poverty, husbands who are addicted to alcohol, they have to manage children, and then of course the infrastructure within the city. They live in, some of them live in the quarters that is constructed by the government for them, and lots of them live in small houses that are established just across the ocean also. So their sanitary needs, etc., is always a question. So wanted to share how their life starts and ends in a day. So Krishnaveni is a small vendor. She's not a boat owner or anyone. So bigger fishermen, families that own a boat have a decent amount of money. They are somewhat settled. But women like Krishnaveni, whom you probably see on the streets of India, who bring the fish to your house. They carry a basket of seafood on their head and bring them to your houses. So her life starts very early in the morning. Her husband or one of her family members, the men, usually go into the sea. If they own the boat, like I said, they are well off. Otherwise, these men work for a little bit of cash that is paid out to them when they go accompanying somebody else in the fishing, and they come back. So the bigger boat owners usually auction out their catch. So I've seen women who are very, very powerful. If you remember the movie Dhool, there is this character called Swarnaka. So some lady dada kind of women, very powerful women who can control an entire 200, 250 people crowd just with their eyes. There they are so sharp, so smart. They would keep an eye on everybody in the audience who's in the auction. Small just pass by us by, like me, who used to just look by, and then people who used to purchase the entire catch, sometimes even for 1 lakh, 2 lakhs, something like that, and small purchases like Krishnaveni and her friends. So her investment per day would be usually anywhere between 2,000 to maximum 7,000, 8,000. That's all she can afford to purchase an investment and then make her profit for a day. So like a basket of, let's say, salmons or your prawns or anything would be 20,000 or 25,000. So she would not have that much money to invest. So a couple of her friends would pitch in some money, and then they auction a basket of fish or prawns or crab or something, and then they divide amongst themselves, and then a lot of bonding, fights and quarrels and rivalry goes on amongst the fisherwomen friends also. So they either have stalls in the same beach, in the corner of that beach. They would sit around in that seashore and finish off their stock, or some of them go into the town and sell it off. So meanwhile, Sornaka, who's the lady dada who is auctioning out, she would have finished her auction within an hour. She's so smart. She would just finish off her transaction within an hour, because this is all organic food. It's going to decay very fast. So people are very, very fast in just purchasing them. They just want to go into the town and make their profit. By 1 p.m. they need to sell off all the stock that they got. Otherwise the food is going to start getting bad. And if in case they don't sell that purchase that they made, they usually ice them in the boxes and try to sell off the stock in the evening. So if I go to see her in the evenings and ask her for some seafood, she'll say, I told you not to come in the evenings, because usually women are trying to just sell off whatever they have left over from the mornings. They will not give you the fresh catches. So she would usually take the liberty to say, I told you not to come in the evenings. So that was a very nice relationship I had with her. So sometimes if she's in a good mood, like the day was good, she's made her profit, she would come and sit with me. Her daughter used to sit down with a little lamp, and then she used to sit down and study. I used to teach her sometimes. We used to sing songs together, movie stories, and then I used to update her on what is happening in the news. Some other fisherwomen also used to gather around, and we used to have a out loud laughter. I mean, I really miss laughing out loud like that. So anything you say, any joke was a big deal. They used to laugh so happily. Living in the moment is something that I really learned from these fisherwomen. Lovely, lovely ladies. Very simple in their lifestyle though. Very simple clothing. Just one or two glass bangles. Just an yellow thread for their Mangal Sutra. So there's not much gold in their life because it's everyday earning and everyday spending. But coming to the real essence of this video, these women have to face the real sharks. That is not the sharks that live in the ocean. That is the whole reason I titled this painting as Jaws, because they are facing the clench of this cruel jaws every single day in their life, which are the interest collectors. No need to blame them, because they of course lend money to these women or to these vendors to make some interest, but then the interest rates are very very high. In Tamil they call it kanduvadi, which is like very large interest amounts. So around 8:30, these men who are thugs sometimes, they are pretty harsh on these women if they don't pay up the interest for the day. So they come and then they force out the interest out of these women. So they get a little bit uncomfortable. They'll say, "Oh, Anna, please come have tea with us." But these men are like not at all sweet to them. They'll say, "Okay, okay, all that is good. Pay me my interest. I need to go to different places." So if she's made her profit, she would give the money immediately. But then if it's a bad day, like if it was raining or customers didn't come, she didn't sell her profit, I mean she's made a loss that day, then unfortunately, very very unfortunately, she has to borrow that 600 rupees interest that he has to give him again from the same person. So till date, whenever I think of her, when I think of her friends, I wonder, I pray for her when she is going to get out of that debt circle, because one day she is making a profit, 3 days she is making a loss. So I sincerely pray, I sincerely want her to be happy, but there isn't much at all that I could do. All I could do is maybe help a little bit with her daughter's school, and maybe not negotiate much with her prices. So whenever you see these women in the beach shores selling fishes, coming to your house door, this is their life. They deal with all this. They don't even get water on time. Like their day starts very early with the struggle to go and auction out fish, but then in the night time they cannot sleep because they don't even know when the water supply lorries are going to come or those trucks are going to come with water. So they say amma thanniye varadu, which means we don't know, we don't get water. So 1 a.m., 2 a.m., 3 a.m., whenever the water truck shows up, they need to go collect water. So show some empathy towards these ladies, these lovely lovely powerhouses that are keeping their houses running. Even though the husbands could be alcoholics, could be abusive sometimes, irresponsible, they carry these big basket of burden, their life's burden on their head. So be nice to them. Do your negotiations, but show some empathy to these lovely lovely ladies. So this video is dedicated to my lovely friend Krishnaveni. Thanks for watching. Please share and subscribe. More videos coming your way. Signing off, Karpagam.